and I'm going to be working on geode that I poured yesterday. And my cat's hanging out, so if you hear purring, it's because he's on my lap. So here. Hey. Okay. So yesterday I used epoxy sculpt, and I created barriers that I am incorporating into the design. So I absolutely love it. It's a really cool effect. And then I also have iridescent plastic that I'm going to use as the base. So once this is done, I'm just going to cut it out with the plastic underneath. So I'm just trying to see if it comes off, which it doesn't, so that's good. It would take a lot to get this off. So that was a little bit of resin that was left behind. So that's pretty cool. So that means that I do have to like just cut it out with like a knife. Okay, so I also made these molds. So there's a bunch of stuff going on. So I decided that I don't like this darker color, even though, oops, I bumped this. Even though the iridescent is kind of, the shift pigment is kind of cool. Oh my god, everything is sticking. It's all filled with resin. So yeah. Okay, this I want to do. So I thought it was pretty neat, this part, but I'm not too happy with this color. So I'm actually going to lighten it to go with the rest of the rings, because this is white and then this is like iridescent and white, and then there's like this dark ring. So I'm going to try a couple of different things before just pouring like white resin over it. The first thing I want to do is remove the other molds. So I had these boxes that I poured. My cat is going to bite me. So I just want to take these out so I have the mold ready for when I have extra resin. And this is really difficult. I have another mold that's so much easier. Boop. Oh, it's like crazy. Cool. Okay. So there's a little box. This little top over here. Box top. It's got to get shaped. It's all like sideways. So that's cool. It's a neat little thing. Well, I have somewhere to put my crystals now. So I'll put that over there. Okay. So I'm just going to start my phone up so I can see if people comment, and feel free to say hi. Cool. Okay, so now I can see if you guys comment. I got this going on. Okay. Okay, so I want to take this box out so I have the molds ready to pour into. This one's pretty cool. This was all the extra glitter that I decided not to use. So again, this is just an experiment. It's turning out pretty cool. I'm going to add another outer ring of just resin and crystals. So that's what I'm doing today, and then I'm going to fix this and then cover everything in clear. So taking this out. These molds. There's my box. Okay, put that aside just in case I have extra resin. That's pretty neat. All right, so what I wanted to do is make this part lighter. So just to show you what it looks like so far, it's like super shiny. So I don't like how dark this outer ring is compared to how light these 3 rings are. So I'm going to lighten it and then pour some resin inside of that. So the color that I'm going to do is missing. Okay, so I have this really cool holographic color that I'm going to pour over. All right, this was the original color. Oop. Okay, so I'm going to take my brush and brush out this color. And my knee might hit the tripod. So I think already it kind of goes more with the way the rest of the geode looks. I'm a lot happier with just even lightening it up a little bit instead of it being so dark. And I don't mind that the outside is dark because a lot of times the outside of the geodes are darker. The outer, okay. And now I want to attempt to put some sparkles on that. All right, so the color looks a little bit better now. Okay, so after that, I want to take my cup of gemstones, which is not that. So this is going to be the outer edge of it. And I'm going to pour a clear layer of resin over this and just let it spread out. Okay. And I also have a couple of crystal gemstones that I made yesterday. So I have a video on how to make molds for your own gemstones. Oh, this is like stuck. Come on. There we go. So this, if you pour clear resin on it, it will become like super shiny. So I'm going to use this in the design as well. Probably like stick these like off to the side a little. And here's my other one. Oop, dropped it. So there's another one. Looks really cool. So this is getting used too. And that's going to go into. Okay. So the next thing I want to do is pour some resin. And I'm going to do a 1-to-1 ratio. I have my silicone cup. I'm going to do 20-40. And the resin that I'm using is Artworks resin. Ooh, that was too much. Like a lot. Oh, no, that's okay. Because it goes a little above 20. So it's a little above 40. I'm going to use a little bit more in here. Okay. I think I saw it drip, so I just want to make sure it didn't drip into here. Alright, I think I'm alright. I don't know where that drips, so it might be a little uncured in one area. Okay, so I'm going to mix this. The one thing I'm going to do off camera is hit it with a heat gun to remove all the bubbles. but I'm not going to do that now. All right, so that's mixed. So let me plan out where I'm going to put not a fan of that. This is in the way. Okay, that's better. There we go. That looks really cool. Nah, not a fan of that either. I might lay them flat. Why are you being difficult? That's better. Okay, that's pretty cool. Leave that. And we'll put a cool, cute little heart. Ah! Ah! Gold diamond. Not that way. There we go. Okay. So all right, now I need to mix a little bit of my pigment color for this layer. That should be enough. And I'm going to do this color, which is what I brushed on before, and a little bit of sequins. And to kind of keep up with the design, I'm going to add some more, not that one, these in. This might be too big. Don't like that one. Okay, so I know where I want them to go. I like this color a lot better. I think it goes well with the overall color scheme rather than that really dark greenish purple. So I'm pretty happy with this. Okay, I'm gonna add some extra in these spots where I see there's stuff missing. And these are a little too big, so move that up. So what I might do is find smaller ones. Oh, I wanted to add some of these in too. These are really tiny diamonds. Okay, and then the last thing. Why can I never find anything when I need it? Do a little bit of this. Kind of clean this up a little bit so that when I cut it, I can make a nice shape out of my cutout. So if there's extra resin that like runs off of it, I'm not too worried because I'm just going to cut into the resin. Where is my stuff? Why was my, oh, I found it. There we go. This is diamond glass. So I just use it to fill in some of these areas. If you have to put this on top of the resin, because if you put it underneath the resin, since it's clear, it just doesn't show up. But if you put it on top of your resin pour, it gets really shiny. It looks like little glass fragments. So that's what I'm doing right now. Let me put some in here. Okay. All right, so the next color I want to do is just clear. I just want to fill this in. So where is my heart? Put my heart over here. Just going to fill this in a layer, not too much. Spread this out a little. It definitely needs more down here. That's too much. So it might overflow. And again, off camera, I'm going to hit this with a heat gun so all these bubbles aren't in here. All right. And I'm not too worried if it overflows because I'm just going to fill this part in anyway. And there's no color to it, so it doesn't really matter. So I have a little bit left, so I'm just going to pour it on the outer edges. This way I could just trim where I want to. So this is going to spread out, and then I'm going to go in later and just trim the shape that I want. That's kind of circular, but it leaves some room to play with. And I'm just adding whatever I have left to the edges to help it stick. So my next layer, I'm going to go in with the Posca pens and add some small geode lines. And then seal everything together with one more layer of clear resin so that it's an even pour across these barriers. And then I'm going to lift the paper or the plastic up off of the cutting board and cut my shape that I like. So thank you for tuning in on this one. I hope you check back sometime during the week for part 3 and see how that goes. So there's going to be a part 3 and a part 4 because I need to, you know what, I'll just do part 3 off camera and then there'll be a part 4 where I cut it out and show it off. So thank you guys for checking it out. I hope you can make some really cool looking out of this world geodes. And feel free to add my page. Thanks, guys.